to the Waldegrave School BBC Young Reporters 2020. I'm Isabella.
And I'm Cami. Today our top stories are coronavirus, mental health, data harvesting, Shell oil and handwriting.
Over to Jay, Hermione and Ellen with the coronavirus.
Welcome to BBC Young Reporters. Our topic today is the coronavirus.
Today we'll be interviewing students and teachers to find out their opinions.
How do you think we can stop the coronavirus?
I think to stop it from spreading, then we need to follow the guidance that we've been given by medical professionals and the government and make sure we're washing our hands.
Think it is necessary to stockpile and why?
Yes, definitely. Because I think that if we do have to get quarantined, then if you can't go outside and buy some food, then you have to have enough food to do the 2 weeks inside.
I think we can stop the coronavirus from spreading.
We can stop eating animals like cats and dogs and bats, especially rats. And we should self-isolate and stay away from everyone and all wear masks.
And also, people shouldn't go and buy toilet paper and hand sanitizer in Sainsbury's. They should stock up and everything.
And also, they should make hand sanitizers that big.
This is our presenter Jay, and you were there when the outbreak occurred. What was it like for you?
It was pretty sad because it was Chinese New Year and everyone was just staying inside instead of going outside to celebrate. And instead of red, they have white because people were wearing masks and many people died, which is a sad colour in China because it symbolises death. And it wasn't even happy and it was all sadness around it.
You're not able to have a baby if you have the coronavirus.
False. True.
True.
False.
True.
True.
True or false? Garlic can help prevent the coronavirus.
False.
True.
False. False.
These are some of the crazy accusations that have spread over social media platforms. This is a site on the BBC that advises you to ignore fake news.
I think social media has had a negative or positive effect on people's view of the coronavirus.
Negative.
Negative.
Positive.
Negative.
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 Probably negative because there's a lot of fake stuff going around about it.
I would say negative as well because people feel more down and they're more depressed about what they feel.
Do you think social media has made people panic more about the coronavirus?
Yes.
Yeah.
The true or false questions, it shows that the majority of people believe false information. This information was spread by social media platforms.
This shows that social media can be misleading.
Thank you for that very informative story about the coronavirus. Remember to wash your hands.
Now to Maya, Francesca, Aoife, Hannah and Rose with a story about mental health.
It affects 1 in 4 children and young adults in the UK. Many children are told what it is, but do they know how to spot it and what to do about it? So how do you spot it if you or someone else has a mental health issue? For starters, there are lots of different types, like anxiety, depression, anger, stress and eating disorders. Many people suffer from these difficulties, but they often feel invisible. However, they are certainly not alone. Many others around them are struggling with the same issues, and there are many people to help them with it. So Francesca spoke to many different young people about this.
So upset. I felt so bad for him. I felt bad that I hadn't understood when he was angry or upset.
A whole different world they're in, and yet they can't turn to anybody, and it just makes you feel like you're helpless.
I would never go out. I would never interact with people like everyone else.
But how do you know if you're simply feeling down or if it's something more serious? You can spot mental health issues if people show signs of being anxious and irritable, having a low mood for a long time, sleeping too less or too much, or not being able to remember things or concentrate.
There are also many ways to keep yourself mentally well, such as taking part in local activities regularly, having at least 8 hours of sleep every night, and connecting with others, and spend more time socialising. Many people use the term depression, but what is it? It's more than feeling unhappy or fed up. It's when you're constantly upset. It may sound like an undefeatable hardship, but with our help and help from loved ones, we can change that. We can decrease the amount of people being affected by depression or a mental health issue. Let's try to make the world a better place for everyone.
Someone. Your parents, your family, your loved ones, and the NHS have lots of expert advice on their website. Another helpful landline is Childline, 0800 111.
A big thank you to the mental health group.
And now over to Cora and Tegwin with the data harvesting.
Hello, who watching has seen an ad or a video of something and you've been surprised by how much you know about you,
Thieves, you didn't even tell them. This is all down to data harvesting. Most people have heard of data harvesting, but what is it, and should we be worried?
So this is where a big company called Cambridge Analytica comes in. What this company did was collect data on people with a sort of personality test.
They would use this to figure out how these people were voting and how open to suggestion they were, and influence their voting choices with videos and posts. They reportedly worked to get Trump as president.
Now we interviewed some adults to get their view on Cambridge Analytica and data harvesting.
So, have you ever seen an ad for a project and have been surprised by how accurate it was?
Absolutely. It's sometimes a bit uncanny when you see adverts that are exactly what you think you need at that right moment in time. Yeah.
Went on to a brand for a trainer that I'd never been on before, and just looked around the site, and I was really surprised that 20 minutes later, when I was looking through my Instagram, suddenly I was seeing ads for that same sneaker brand.
Now you may think this doesn't affect you at all, since you don't vote, but actually it affects young people a lot. Because guess what? Everyone's favourite entertainment app, the infamous TikTok, has been accused of collecting data on young children and selling it illegally to Chinese servers.
So we had a look at the terms and conditions, and well, TikTok has the right to collect registration information such as age, username, password, language, email and phone number, has profile information, user-generated content including comments, photographs and videos that you choose to upload, information you share through surveys, and search and browser history.
Types, as well as keystroke patterns. Keystroke patterns! The way you type!
So we asked children who use TikTok whether they know about this.
No, I didn't know that. How do you feel about this? A bit shocked, actually. I didn't know they could collect that much information.
Well, I'm a bit shocked, to be honest, because I didn't think that they could actually do that.
Now what can be done about this data harvesting, and is it all bad?
I feel like now I should be a bit more careful and like just be wary of what I'm watching and typing.
Be aware. Learn about the different ways that data can be used and by who, and be very careful on what you want to share.
Try to make your account private.
Try at least to scan the terms and conditions.
So be careful about releasing data online.
And don't let TikTok access your phone contacts, please.
Stay safe.
Thank you, Cora and Tegwin. That was very interesting. Now over to the Shell Oil Group with Verity and Alexandra.
Hello and welcome to our BBC Young Reporters. Today we'll be talking about how oil companies are taking over the planet, or just our economy. We've put together some case studies we'd like to show you. Well, let's get to it!
This is our first case study.
In 2019, a Dutch court would determine whether Shell was involved in the Nigerian government's 1995 execution of the Ogi 9.
Ogi 9 were environmental protesters who fought against a large amount of pollution in the Niger Delta. Shell's alleged role in the killings was finally being examined by the court in the Hague.
Shell have said the tragic events of 1995 shocked us deeply, but we have always denied, in the strongest possible terms, the allegations made in this case.
Shell allegedly encouraged a crackdown which led to the brutal killings and burning of villages in the oil-producing Ogoniland region. During the horrific crackdown, Shell was accused of providing the military material support.
Amnesty says in the midst of this brutal crackdown, Shell even provided the military with material support, including transport, and in at least one instant paid a military commander notorious for human rights violations. That it has never answered for this is an outrage.
This is one of the many court cases that Shell has accumulated. For example, they've been accused of greenwashing, and in recent years, their profits has fallen drastically. What will happen next is impossible to say. I'm Verity.
And I'm Alex. And this is our BBC Young Report.
Thank you for that interesting story, Verity and Alexandra. Now over to Camille with the handwriting group.
Writing, we all do it. We all have been doing it for centuries. Everyone's handwriting looks like a unique fingerprint. I have decided to look into the art of handwriting. Hi, I'm Camille, and I once heard the messier your handwriting, the smarter you are. Personally, I have very messy handwriting, so hopefully it's true. Over to our reporter, Isabella.
Thank you, Camille. I'm here with Ellie from Waldegrave School. What do you think about our hypothesis that messier handwriting makes you smarter?
Well, personally, I have messy handwriting, but I like to write a lot and get it all down quickly, so I'm not sure if writing faster and with messier handwriting makes you smarter, but it helps me to get better and make my notes for assessments and writing my stories.
Thank you for your contribution. Hello, I'm here with Emily, another student from Waldegrave School. What do you think about our hypothesis?
I've heard it a few times, and I've heard that scientists like Einstein have had very messy handwriting, so I think there could be a possible link between being very clever and having messy handwriting.
Thank you. Back to Camille at the studio.
Thanks for that, Isabella. And now over to our handwriting specialist, Amber.
I'm here with the handwriting specialist, Dr. Amber. What do you think about our hypothesis?
Hello, Isabella. Experts believe that handwriting can show a lot about you. For example, if you have small handwriting, it shows you have strong focus and concentration. And if you have pressured handwriting, it shows you have strong emotions and intense feelings. Studies of...
Have you got a script? What's this?
Nothing.
Are you even a handwriting specialist?
No.
Cut the interview.
What does she think she's doing? She's ruining my show. Thanks for that, Isabella. I decided to do my own research. How did I do this? I created a survey including 9 subjects at school. We marked the scores and the team of analysers, analysed the results. So our results show the neater your handwriting, the smarter you are, till you reach a certain level, and then your handwriting goes down rapidly. So our hypothesis is correct to a certain extent.
Thank you for that interesting collection of stories. Signing off from Waldegrave Young Reporters 2020.